let's talk about evolution, a cornerstone of modern biology. Evolution, in essence, is the idea that the diverse array of life we see on Earth, plants, animals, everything, originated from earlier forms, and the differences we observe are due to changes accumulating over generations. The key figure here is, of course, Charles Darwin. His theory of evolution is a scientific theory, meaning it's a well-supported, testable explanation of natural phenomena. Darwin famously published On the Origin of Species in 1859, a truly groundbreaking work. Darwin's journey was crucial to his discoveries. He traveled to places like Argentina and Australia, noticing something fascinating. Similar grassland ecosystems existed on these continents, yet they were inhabited by completely different animals. Animals in Argentinian grasslands were unlike those in Australian grasslands, and neither resembled the animals of European grasslands. This sparked a key question: why? His exploration also involved fossils, the preserved remains of ancient life. He found that some fossils resembled existing organisms, suggesting a link between past and present life. The Galapagos Islands proved particularly influential. Darwin was captivated by the unique creatures there, especially the giant tortoises and marine iguanas. He observed that tortoises varied predictably from island to island. The shape of a tortoise's shell could actually tell you which island it came from. These islands were home to a variety of unique creatures, including the iconic Darwin's finches, blue-footed boobies, and, as we mentioned, the marine iguanas and giant tortoises. Returning home, Darwin realized that the characteristics of plants and animals varied significantly among the different islands. This led him to a crucial hypothesis. Perhaps separate species arose from a common ancestor. This idea was revolutionary. Several key concepts influenced Darwin's thinking. The idea of geological change, suggesting that forces slowly shape the Earth's surface over vast periods of time, much longer than previously thought. The work of Charles Lyell, whose book Principles of Geography argued that geographical features are constantly being built up and torn down. This made Darwin wonder, if the Earth changes over time, what about life itself? At the time, there were competing ideas about how Earth's features formed. Catastrophism suggested that catastrophic events like volcanoes and floods were responsible for mass extinctions and landforms. Gradualism, in contrast, proposed that changes occurred gradually over long periods. Think of canyons carved by rivers, a slow, steady process. Uniformitarianism combined these ideas, suggesting that the same geological processes we see today have been shaping the Earth over immense spans of time. The work of Thomas Malthus, an economist, also played a role. Malthus pointed out that populations tend to grow faster than resources, leading to competition. This idea of competition for resources was vital to Darwin's theory. Jean-Baptiste Lamarck also had ideas about evolution, proposing the concept of use and disuse and the inheritance of acquired traits, ideas that were later proven incorrect. Then, Alfred Russel Wallace independently developed similar ideas about evolution and sent an essay to Darwin, which finally spurred Darwin to publish On the Origin of Species. Darwin's key observations included variation among individuals within a species, adaptation features that help an organism survive in its environment. He observed 9 distinct species of finches in the Galapagos, each with uniquely adapted beaks. Darwin's theory, in short, states that inherited variation exists within populations. In any environment, some individuals are better suited to survive than others. Over time, these advantageous traits become more common in the population. Fossil evidence strongly supports the idea that living species evolved from extinct organisms. Key concepts from Darwin's theory include population, all individuals of a species in a given area that can interbreed; natural selection, the mechanism of evolution; variation, differences among individuals; overproduction, more offspring are produced than can survive; adaptation, heritable traits that increase survival; Descent with modification species change over time, inheriting traits from their ancestors but with modifications. Finally, other factors influence evolution. Selective pressure environmental factors that favor or disfavor certain traits. Sexual selection, where mate choice influences which traits are passed on, including intrasexual selection, competition between males, and intersexual selection, female choice.